Today is Monday, November 11th, 2019. I'm Andrew Metcalf. Australia is fighting fierce brush fires. We've got details.
And I'm Nicole Thorne. The International Space Station may get a longer life. The news is next.
Congratulations to the members of the Columbia Speech and Debate team that brought home first place in squad efficiency at the 2019 Gate City Tournament over the weekend at Highland High School. Besides the team victory, individual winners were Casey Moulton, first place in impromptu speaking, Brian Libert, first place in retold story, Kayla Wade, third place in humorous interpretation and third place in congressional debate, and Avery Thiel, fifth place in impromptu speaking.
Our annual Veterans Lunch is today. Please feel free to invite any member of your family who served or is currently serving in the military to come join us. Lunch will be served in the Columbia Library and consists of soup, salad, bread, plus desserts and drinks. There will be a patriotic ambience and we hope to share stories and friendship. That's Monday from 11 to noon. Bring in a vet and let us say thanks.
Can you sing? Can you dance? Then think about trying out for Footloose for your chance to show off your stuff on the Wildcat stage. If you're interested, stop in and see Miss Calhoun in the C hallway.
It's time for our weekly chance to learn about faculty and staff as we get your fill. Roll tape.
Welcome to this week's episode of Fill of the Week. This week we're talking attendance. So what's up with attendance as a whole?
Well, attendance as a whole, I would say it's been better than last year. But again, when we talk about better, we want to be perfect, right? We want kids at school for obvious reasons, mainly so that you're here to learn. I think what a lot of kids forget is that there are state requirements that you have to be in a seat. It's called seat time, so many hours to achieve a credit.
So what can students do if they're missing what can we do if we're missing credits?
Yeah. Well, you mean you're missing classes?
Yeah, you're missing classes.
Yeah, if you have gotten to the point where, right, the policy is if you get 6 absences in a class, there's the possibility you could lose your credit. Once it gets to 6, it automatically turns to an NCA in Power School, which I know many of us have seen, and then you have to make up that time. As I've been saying on the announcements, what we want is not absences where they're not verified by a parent. So if that makes sense, being that if you just have an absent, that means we need your parent to call in and excuse you, so it's changed to a verified or a parent excused.
And how do tardies fit in with that absence policy?
Tardies are the same thing. So right now, if you get to the point where you have 10 tardies overall, expect Mr. Gant to call you in, have a discussion. Again, and all of this, like anything, is to teach you that from what's next out of high school, being late for your work, right, your job, you won't have a job. You don't have a chance to make up those times. Just like when you were absent in a mass scale, they're going to bring somebody in to hire you. So tardies, again, they affect classroom, right? You come in late, instruction's going on from your teacher, and you come in and disrupt the classroom because you're late, you open the door, whatever the reason is. It affects a lot of different things.
What is the time for time policy like?
Yeah, so time for time, we offer it on Saturday mornings from 9 to 11. We also offer it Tuesdays and Thursdays from 2:45 to 3:45. Ms. Ankerman holds that in the Delta room. So you can come in and again, you've signed up with Mr. Gant or myself, you can come in and start making up some of the time to get your absences back down to that 5, which allows you to obtain that credit.
Are there any absences that can't be recovered?
No, there's not actually. So medical, if you have a medical excuse, you have a medical note, those go in as medical. Those don't count against your total. The ones that count against your total are obviously the absences that are unverified, verified absences, parent excused. Those count to the total of 6. And then so if you go over, you got to start making those up.
Can you make up time that you miss when you're truant?
No, you can't. If you're skipping class, that's a different story. We're not going to allow you to come in on a Saturday because you didn't want to come to school on Tuesday.
Is there anything else with attendance that we need to work on?
I don't know if we need to work on it as much as people need to take care of that before we get to the deadline, right? Especially this year. It's changed. The semester ends December 19th or 20th. Can't remember the exact date, but you don't want to be waiting if you've got 5 hours to make up and you come to us on a Wednesday or Thursday. I think something else people should know is that we are very flexible in terms of working with students. So if Tuesday, Thursday doesn't fit in because you work after school or you get a bus, I think just having conversations like we talk about in everything at the school, communicating with teachers and communicating with administration on how we can be a little flexible and do that to allow for that time to time. It's just talking to us.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us this week.
You bet. Thank you.
Who also dared me to scare the guys in the control room. So come to camera. Hello? Oh, there I am. Okay, Dr. Keller dared me to scare the guys in the control room. Yeah, now they're all scared about the audio's broken. Ah, that's some funny stuff. That's a classic TV gag. Okay, high today, 56. Low, 28 tomorrow. Holy blackness, Batman, I'm dark. Oh, there it is. Tomorrow, a high of 54 and a low of 30. And I guarantee no more eclipses. Like just happened. I'm out of focus again. It's weird. And back to you, doofuses. Start talking.
Australia's most populous state declared a state of emergency Monday as dozens of fires ravaged the countryside, with authorities warning of catastrophic fire risk, the highest level of brush fire danger. New South Wales State Emergency Service Minister Dave Elliott said residents were facing what could be the most dangerous bushfire week this nation has ever seen. The Australian Broadcasting Corporation reports 3 people have died in the fires that destroyed more than 150 homes since Friday, according to state police and fire officials.
The International Space Station may get a new lease on life. The orbiting complex is currently expected to end operations in 2024, but a group from the U.S. Senate's Commerce, Science, and Transportation Committee proposes continuing the program until 2030, a full 6 years later. In a new NASA 2019 Authorization Act, by extending the ISS through to 2030, the legislation will help grow our already burgeoning space economy, fortifying the United States' leadership in space, increasing American competitiveness around the world, and creating more jobs and opportunity here at home, said U.S. Senator Ted Cruz, chair of the Subcommittee on Aviation and Space.
The SAT word of the day is impair, which means to diminish as in strength. You could use it as a verb like this: a lack of sleep will impair your ability to make good decisions.
That's the news. Thanks for watching, and remember,
Live the Wildcat way.